everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So I have some little collecting and gathering treasures to share with you today. And the first one is from a little shop. I believe it's called Star Value, at least that's what's on the docket. And I found in that little shop these crochet cottons, and I am in love with the colours. I'm so excited. When I saw the colour range, they had a lot more colours there. These are the ones that really cried out to me, so I'm hoping I can fit them all in camera for you so that you can see them as a whole. Now, I use crochet cotton in my junk journals quite a bit. I do crochet and I do knit, so I do make things that way, but I also try and utilize the crochet cotton in other ways as well. So, and I haven't done that very successfully, have I? They did have other colors there, but these ones were really calling out to me the loudest, so they were the ones that I came home with. So I wanted to share those with you. Pop those aside. Okay, so after I finished videoing, I realized I didn't actually show you the brand of the crochet cotton, so I thought I'd pop back on here and show you the brand. I realized that there's two different brands of crochet cotton that I purchased, but they were actually all available on the same shelf. So they do have item numbers. So this is WIN090, just in case you're able to source them yourself. This one is WIN-685. This one is WIN-083. This one here is WIN-069. And this one is WIN-072. And these are the other crochet cottons that I got. So I'm just looking to see if there's an actual, so blue, no, not blue topaz. Distributed by Genmark Imports Proprietary Limited, it says. And this one is blue topaz, emerald green and grey. So I hope that helps anybody who's trying to source them. I think they're beautiful and I'm really looking forward to using them. Okay, and then I also took my first trip to a Spotlight store, which I haven't visited in many months. Most of my shopping in the more recent months has been done online. So this was my first visit in store, and I was so excited to be in store, you guys. You cannot believe how much I've missed actually shopping in a store. So the first thing I wanted to share with you, they did have a really good sale going at the time I visited. So I picked up this it's cotton wadding, and it's actually a food safe wadding. I've got it upside down, and they were on sale. I believe they were only half price, so I did actually come home with two. Who cannot pass up a 2 for the price of 1 sale? So I'm excited to have these. I wanted to have a little play with some more embroidery and that sort of thing, so I've been keeping an eye out for a wadding that I thought might work, and I feel like this will be a good thickness, and it was $21 a bag. I'm just looking to see, there's 45 inches by 1 yard, and for what I have in mind, I think that will be a really good size. So I was excited to be able to get those at such a good deal. Okay, I'm just looking for somewhere that I can pop these while I get the next thing out. Okay, so one of the things I've missed most about Spotlight are their little bargain bins of fabrics. So I wanted to share with you what I picked up when I went recently. And these fabrics are not only great for layering and for embroidery, and they're just fabulous sizes for all sorts of things. You can make beads out of them. So they sort of sell their end of roll pieces in these, I think they're called bargain bins. I can't remember off the top of my head, but They come wrapped like this usually, and they will have the price on them. So this was 30 centimeters and it was $2 per meter. So whatever that calculates at, not very much. It would be, I don't know, say 70 cents or something like that. So a nice roll of fabric there for a very small amount. So I won't discuss the prices with each one rather than just show you the fabrics themselves, but they're all an amazing, amazing price to pick them up like this. So this was a really pretty, it's like a silvery, I thought it would be great for Christmas journals. And I love the sheerness of this fabric here. And I often dive into the bargain bins to see what they have available in Spotlight, because it's a great way for people like me. When I started off doing junk journals, I didn't have a great fabric resource. I wasn't a sewer in previous years, so I didn't have that supply readily available on hand, and I find this a really good way to be able to stock up on different styles and patterns of fabric and not spend a lot of money doing so. So they were the first of quite a few fabrics that I purchased while I was there, and I will continue to show you those. I just need to see if I can stack these to the side while I get the next lot out. Again, a vast array of styles and patterns that I've picked up here. And I really just look at what fabrics I think I will use, what speaks to me, the colours, the styles, the patterns, whether they're sheer or whether they're opaque, I think is the opposite of sheer. Whether you can see through them like you can with this fabric, or whether they're a more solid colour like this. Again, this one here, I really love the rich red tone. This red is the colour red that really speaks to me, and it has this beautiful gold glitter, and I thought that would be beautiful for Christmas journals. And whether I use these fabrics now or whether they sit in my stash and I use them for, like the Christmas fabrics for instance, whether I use them at a later date, it doesn't really matter. I just, like I said, it's a great way to be able to pick up different fabrics, different styles at a really good price. This one here, I really love this. It's beautiful sheer. It's almost like a powdery blue to a grey. I'm hoping that the camera is picking up the colour nicely because it's just gorgeous. Just looking to see what else I have in this little bag. So I think they were the last of my bargain fabrics that I purchased from Spotlight. I love them all, and I'm excited to have some new fabrics to play with, new colours, new styles. So much fun. And the other thing is I will wash all of these. I usually hand wash all of my fabrics, so I will wash all of these before I start using them as well. Okay, something else I did get in Spotlight are these sewing cottons in the, it's almost a pinky wine red. Oh, it's actually called wine. And this dark green. I thought they might be fun colours for Christmas, so I was excited to find those. I don't tend to buy reds and greens unless they fall into my specific colour category. I have made the mistake in the past of buying fabrics and cottons and the like in colours that aren't necessarily my style, and the more I work with journals and creating and all of that sort of thing, I'm finding more and more that I'm understanding my style. So unless it suits my style, it doesn't come home with me these days. And I did splurge and purchased a couple of special fabrics. So this is the first one. It's a beautiful Christmas fabric. See if I can open it out a little bit. I actually saw these fabrics online for the first time and fell in love. So I haven't got big pieces of them, just small pieces, but I thought they'd be really fun to play with when making Christmas journals. So unfortunately I wasn't organised enough to do Christmas journals this year, but I'm hoping next year. I do have my Christmas altered book, and I will probably have a little play in that before Christmas this year, just because I'm feeling rather festive after watching other people's Christmas videos, but to make a full journal I probably won't do that until next year. This was another fabric that I fell in love with, and I love the words and the phrases, and I thought I would be able to cut those out perhaps and use those as labels in a journal as well as using the fabric as a whole. So I thought that was really fun. And one last fabric that I fell in love with, couldn't leave the store without it, is this vintage style. It's almost like a pattern paper, or that's what it reminds me of. I think the colour with the black print reminds me of pattern paper, but they're kind of advertisements, vintage advertisements. So really, really love that. Thought that would make a fun journal cover. And these Simplicity laces were on sale, so I picked up 2 of each pattern. So there's 2 patterns here. I'll just see if I can focus that better for you. Sorry about that. So there's 2 of this beautiful cream daisy chain, which I think I may already have some or something very similar. And this one here is a really lovely lightweight lace. And they were a really good price, so they came home with me too. Okay, last but not least is this beautiful eyelet trim, and it was on sale. It was only 50 cents per meter, and it's a beautiful soft lemon color. You can't actually tell so much when it's a single layer. It's very subtle, which I love, but when it's all bunched up together like that, you get a better idea of the color. And there were lots of other colours there. They had a little bit of a shimmer to them. I don't know if you can see that, particularly on the edges. And the others were quite pronounced, whereas this one was much more subtle. So this was the only one that spoke to me. So it was the only one that came home with me. So they are all of my shares for today. I must say I did have lots of fun. It was fabulous to actually be out of the house and to be in one of my favourite crafting supply stores. So I hope you enjoyed my shares, and I just wanted to thank you all for popping by and having a look at what I have been collecting and gathering. So please don't forget to like this video if you've enjoyed what you've seen, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see future videos, and always feel free to comment. I love to hear from you. Please everybody, stay safe, stay inspired, and happy crafting. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.